Hello everybody and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. We're going to be designing the titular part of that game today, the Dyson Sphere. In order to do so, I've prepared the way over here by deleting my mech once more. No, I'm kidding. By grabbing small carrier rockets. We're gonna want to grab as much of these as we can. We currently have 780 of them. That's not a lot. That's not a lot, but it's gonna have to just do, right? Because that's what we have available to us right now. Okay, bring him down here, because I've also gone ahead and picked up a whole bunch of these vertical launch silos. These are interesting, to say the least. They are kind of, how do you even describe this thing? You got to insert into them, right? So if I bring the old, I'm gonna put a splitter over there for now. There used to be a thing where you could run under the legs. Can you run under the legs or through the legs? You can no longer run through the legs. You got to do this, right? That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. This comes in. Or that's a little bit wibbly wobbly, but it'll work. And then we need to put a blue boy right over here. Right over here. And this is going to need power, which can go right there. And voila, we are stacking small carrier rockets. Okay, they're not going to launch just yet because we haven't got any Dyson Sphere frames planned out. That's not the end of the world. I'm going to now have the non-enviable job of tiling down a few. In fact, I suppose you guys can come. Right? Why not? Ah, yes, and of course it's all going to be backwards, because why wouldn't it be? Try that again. Did it like this? Is that going to be tileable? Girl can dream. Looks like it is. We just sort of have to do the shift key. You know what? I can live with that. I can live with that. Because we've got to fit 31 of these around the south pole of this planet. So I've got a little bit of pasting to do. Okay, here go the last few. We now have all of the rocket silos at the very least built. These things take up quite a bit of power when they're actually launching, but almost nothing at idle. It's less even than one of those long-range power poles. That's pretty nice. Our array receivers are now receiving 3.4, which is, a huge increase. They were at 2.4, so that's a megawatt each, and the swarm is at 1.7. We have nearly 50,000 solar sails, but we need to start capturing them because they are going to start falling out of the dang sky. The big bottleneck for us right now is actually our what do you call it? The deuterium fuel rods. That's the big issue. Oh, whoa! Look at this. 100% satisfaction? That can't possibly be right. Are these things on their own network? I have a feeling that we just separated this from the rest of the planet. Because, bang. There we go. That should definitely be less than 100%. Or at least not that underutilized. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, now we're on the full... Hey, we actually have 100% utilization, though. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. The railguns on the North Pole, South Pole are absolutely blasting that ring, keeping those numbers nice and high for us. But yeah, we need to be worrying about this more than anything else. Small carrier rockets are going to be the real bottleneck here. But I mean, that's a problem that can be solved in a few minutes. That doesn't have to happen right now. Anyway, I am going to allow this to back up a little bit, just because it would look really cool if all of the rockets launch at the same time. So I'm going to give it a few minutes for that to happen. So in order to design our sphere with a little bit more style, a little more pizzazz, we need to go ahead and get Dyson Sphere Stress System, level 1. And then, I think, how do you actually get level 2 and 3 and more? Is it in here? That's research speed. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. Integrated logistics. That's powerful. That's new. That wasn't there last time I played. Wow. Also, make my damn drones fly faster, please. This is important. This is important. Yeah, that's really important. This also affects their warp speed, by the way. They will warp faster with these upgrades as well. Ray receiver efficiency isn't that important right now. Solar sail life is absolutely important, though. Give me another. What's that? 15 minutes. That seems good. We have now hit the repeatable research, as you can see by the infinite sign. That's really useful. Oh, and you could just keep stacking drones? Oh man, they've really changed the endgame here. Could make the mech move a little faster. I don't think that's important, though. We're pretty quick as it is. Blueprints without limits, huh? Yeah, that seems pretty cool. Let's get blueprints without limits. Doctors without borders, but you know, not nearly as useful to the world. Okay, Dyson Sphere stress system's about to unlock, and then we'll be able to design a really cool one. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the Dirac inversion mechanism after that, which will allow us to create, I think it's photons, high energy photons, which then allows us to make antimatter, the stuff over here, and then we can make artificial stars, which is you place it down and it's just a permanent 72 megawatts of free power. It is really, really cool. I don't think they require fuel. Or maybe they take antimatter as fuel. Either way, you basically just get it for free from your Dyson spheres. I decided to get the next level of Dyson sphere stress system before we go into designing it, just so we got a little bit more room to work with. Let's go ahead and plan out the basics of the sphere at the very least. We're going to add a Dyson shell layer. We're going to make this, I don't know, let's say like 1,500 Ks. Yeah, that should be fine. We could actually make it even smaller. We could make it just like a little itty-bitty one. It's still going to be an obscene amount of power. Yeah, let's make like 4,500. Right now we can only make like the flat band anyway, you know, so it's not the end of the world. Not overly important that it works out. We could make it a little bit bigger just so we got some surface area to work with. That should be fine. That should be fine. Okay, orbital inclination of 0. Let's not have things get weird. Although it could be kind of cool to do it at like 45 degrees. Yeah, that'll be fun. That's a bit too steep. Let's do like 22.5. Yeah, that's more like it. Nice. Ah, damn it, I lost all my progress. Okay, do it at 6,000. We'll do it at 22.5 degrees. Just because it looks kind of cool. And then this will just set to 0. What was that on? 88? Weird how it spins it around, huh? That's just like the rotation of it, but I don't really know how that affects our anything, to be honest. Anyway, create that. So this is our Dyson sphere. It is, as you can see, offset slightly, just for a bit of coolness. Please don't display the things. Please don't display the Dyson swarm, because it makes it kind of impossible to see anything. Alright, now we are going to go ahead and design this thing. So I'm going to time-lapse a design real quick, and you guys let me know what you think, okay? Alright, there it is. There's our there's our message in the sky. Literally written in the stars. If you can't work out what that is, then I have failed, and I don't deserve to have you work it out. Alright, but we're going to go ahead and resume world time. We're going to allow the orbits again. We're going to leave this one. And voila! Boom! Look at that! Oh man, the concentric rings of rockets firing off into the night sky. Incredible. Rocket launch complete. Oh baby, we should get out there. We should follow them. Let's see where they go. So we don't have nearly enough production. I feel like I keep saying this to actually maintain what we're trying to do here. But I can show you what these rockets do once they're in the sky. Oh, and they're overtaking. I will not be outdone. You hear? Have a look at our star map. They'll start forming themselves into the various nodes as they come together. I had to build it a little more jankily than I would have liked, because the new shell system in the game requires you to have 4 points contact for the solar sails to connect to. And in fact, honestly, the more nodes you have, the better, because it actually increases the rate at which your solar sails become part of the Dyson swarm themselves. You can see the rockets beginning to sort of bundle themselves together and throw themselves into specific nodes. In fact, it looks like we're approaching one now. It's unfortunately a little silhouetted, but it is actually arriving. There we go. Here we can see it. Here comes the first batch. Okay, awesome. I wonder which part of the shell they're building themselves into, but here is our very first shell. Hide myself real quick. Kind of hard to see with the glare from the Dyson swarm. Here they are. Sorry about the constant beeping in the background. It's my lunch. I haven't picked it up. I've been busy, okay? Here is the first arm of our Dyson shell. Dyson sphere itself. Hard structure that's going to hold together the universe. But in our case, we're not actually building a single hard structure, we're building multiple pieces that will interlock, but it doesn't matter. It's all about surface area and the number of solar sails in your shell. The important thing to realize is, as you see, there you go. See these little blue ones? These are solar sails that have begun to fall out of orbit and into the Dyson shell. They're actually going to form part of it now, which is really, really... I wonder where we can work out where these ones are going. One of these, by the look of it? Not clear. They're kind of like they bundle themselves up and then go into places. But there you go. As the rockets land inside these nodes, they will then begin to construct the arms. Once arms link together, then the Dyson swarm will begin to put itself into them. It's got to have sort of 2 points it can bridge itself across. So you'll usually see that once the arms actually begin to connect, then it'll work. Cool. Let's bring up the cursor. Let's open up the Dyson cell system. Hide this for me. Oh, we're building the S. Okay, cool. So we are building it from... that's the first node I planned. Okay, cool. So they are building it in some kind of order. Oh, no, never mind. They're building the R as well. They're building a bit of the U. So it might be a little while before we can actually see all of these. But if you click on the things... I think I click on... Do I have to do it in the other menu? If I click on the things, I should be able to see... there we go. So we have 130 planned structure points. We have built 94, and there are 19 on their way. That gives you the idea. Then the cells that go into it, there's 118 planned. We got 54 currently en route, and 0 have actually been absorbed by it so far. Here we go. Now we can see a piece of it coming together. And if we just hang out over here for a little bit, we'll actually see quite a few of these things form up together at the same time. Oh wow, like as we load in, they're sort of shrinking a bit because it's loading the correct textures. It's quite clever. But yeah, we can. This is non-structure. We can fly through it. You don't like impact it or anything. But it is very cool. It's also very, very thin, as I suppose as you would want it to be, right? The more mass is, just stuff you have to throw up there. You want it to be thin. Oh, very cool. Okay, and yeah, and as you can see, the cells are beginning to pop in as more and more of these get sort of stacked into the machine itself. They all come together, and that's why I said more nodes means that you get to build your solar cells faster, is because each node has a set rate at which it can take cells. So the more nodes you have, the faster you can take in cells. It's kind of a double up efficiency kind of thing. Alright, very cool. I'm going to fly back to Ananas, and we're going to begin working out how we can make this happen even faster. You know what? Let me just warp over there, I think. Okay, there we go. The rockets are now flowing a lot better. I just moved some deuterium refractionations around and things like that. Nothing really all that interesting, to be completely honest. And this thing is slowly coming together. However, and I do say this with a little bit of trepidation, right? Not all is great in the world. Our Dyson shell only produces 424 megawatts versus the 3.4 gigawatts of swarm potential. The swarm is really not sustainable, so it's not ideal that is what is being built in, but I can't really affect it at the moment. All we can kind of do is just sort of wait for this thing to be built and then hope that it's close enough. We're currently requesting 3.18 gigawatts, so that's what the shell needs to get to in order to, and assuming we don't grow anymore, right? That's what the shell needs to get to in order to stop having to send out swarms. We'll see how we do with that. You don't want to be sending the swarms forever. They do cost, a few resources, mostly stone, 1 iron, and I think was it 2 iron and 1 copper and a whole bunch of stone. That's basically the way it's done. But it is, it's not that expensive, but it is expensive. Now I've been having a look at our interstellar map, all the way out here. If I zoom, and you'll see I've named another star. I've named another star, English. We have Mermix over here. Mermix is a red star. It has several planets. Most importantly, it has a gas giant, right? It has a barren desert satellite over there, and it has a frozen tundra world further away. Mermix is a really good candidate for a quick flyby because we can collect deuterium from it and send our ships out to go and get that. Next up is Tater. Tater is a really interesting system. Tater has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets? Oh, gee, I thought it was 4. It's 5 planets. and a ton of resources, just truly a ridiculous amount. We got a lava planet. It's really good for power generation because you can use geothermal. We have an arid desert over there. We have a Pandora swamp. That's something I'm really keen to go check out. We have a icefield Gelisol over there, just a bunch of fire ice really, and not much else in the way of usefulness. And over here we have a Scarlet Ice Lake planet as well. Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. Now, the issue, of course, is once we come out here, how the hell are we going to power anything? This system is interesting in that we could use batteries just based out of this lava planet over here. It is completely viable to do battery charging and discharging from that one. We could also put up a little mini Dyson swarm around each planet, or a Dyson shell around each planet, but we can barely build it around our own one right now, so it's not really ideal. If we have a look here at Mermix, we don't actually need to worry about powering this system. There are some interesting resources. The Kimberlite ore is nice to make diamonds out of, because then you don't have to use coal for it, but this system has like no coal. And I'm currently short on copper and coal. I'm okay for everything else. Iron's at 10 million, stone's at 4.5. Okay, maybe we do need a bit of stone, but really, copper is really low. Copper is kind of the thing we're looking for. So I think we swing by Mermix. And we drop a couple of what do you call them? Orbital collectors over on Mermix 1. In fact, let me go and find a name for that in my Patreon list. I guess we can call it Beaver, after frickin' friendly Beaver, also known as Sir Tristan H. Thank you very much. We'll have Beaver the planet. That's just perfect. And let's go ahead and drop down a few orbital collectors on it. And then we're also going to want to go to the other planets and just set up a bunch of mining. Yeah, I don't know if we'll do much in the way of resource refining out there just yet. I think for now we're just going to set up mines, which actually makes me think that maybe the way to power it is going to be just to send out some deuterium. We just send out a bunch of these deuterium rods. Wrong, other side of the planet, sorry. We sent out a bunch of these deuterium rods, which I have been slowly... I've been trying to avoid stockpiling them because we need them to make rockets. Let's stockpile, like, put it up to 4K. We'll send, basically each planet we get to, we'll just drop down one of these and a deuterium refinery. And, the power plants. And then from there we'll, I don't know, I guess we'll make it work. Okay, but I'm going to grab all the things I'm going to need. Well, we're obviously going to need deuterium power plants. That's a gimme. I'll take the remaining stack as well. I'm going to definitely want proliferator. Actually, do I care about proliferator? I don't think I do. Also, for things like the Kimberlite ore, right? Just because we're going there anyway. Let's have a quick look at diamonds. It is actually more efficient to ship the raw ore, at least for this one. What else have we got here? Let's have a quick look at our different options. So, yeah, that's better to ship. Fractal silicon is used to make this. Also, again, it's actually better to ship the raw ore, just because if we refine it on planet, then we have to ship 2 things. If we just ship the ore, we only have to ship 1 thing. Optical grading crystal, that's used to make these, right? 8 of them makes 1. Okay, obviously it would be a lot better to make this on planet, but I just don't really think we have that as an option. It is... Yeah, no, that's a lot. That's pretty involved. Spiniform stalagmite crystal, what do you use to make? Are you used to make this? No? What does spiniform stalagmite crystal make? Ah, there it is. It makes carbon nanotubes. Okay. That's interesting. Novel. That's novel. Alright, and it would be significantly better to just ship the nanotubes, but I think we're just going to ship the spiniform. Unipolar magnets we can't get to yet. Those are amazing, though. You use them to make... these late game particle collectors, I think. Yeah, use them to make particle collectors. It just saves you a ton of iron and graphene. Let's use the copper though. But yeah, so I mean, on that, what do we have actually available in that system? I think it was organic crystals, which is good. We don't have to worry about using oil for that anymore. We can just mine them. Fire ice, we've got optical grading crystal. I mean, it's not much really, right? And spiniform stalagmite, there's not much either. But we will go and get them. Why not? And then again at Mermix, we just had some Kimberlite. Maybe we pick up the Kimberlite. I don't know, is it on Mermix 2? It's not. It's over here on the distant one. That doesn't matter too much. And there's 1 million copper we could grab there. And 1 million copper we could grab there. Let's see if we can't get ourselves the better... Where are those mining things? Where's like the better mining... This thing. Let's see if we can't make a few of these before we head out there. Oh, god damn it, we need the crystals. Okay. We gotta go out there just to make these, but these make getting resources just so much easier. They do consume a lot of resources, but they're great. They've got like an integrated drone port. You just slap them down over a vein, they cover the whole thing, and you're good to go. Okay. But I needed to talk up on all the basics we would need to actually set up colonies. I am completely out of towers, so that's going to be one. Give me, I'll take them from here. Give me some towers. Give me like a stack of 50, I guess. That'll probably work. I don't need any more interstellar towers. We've got plenty. I am fine on logistics. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 24 towers, and I have 30, 43 towers. Okay, maybe we want a bit more. The big one really is actually, as weird as it is, we're actually going to want the oil stuff, right? We want... Oh, how did I do that? We want oil refining. So we're actually going to want a stack of these. 2 stacks of those. We're going to want oil. We're going to want power poles. We're going to have lots of power poles, actually. We're going to want... Weirdly enough, we're actually going to want the long-range ones as well. I'm going to take a couple of thermal generators, just in case. Thank you, photon spotlight mining. Very nice. We can't make it yet, but it is good to have. Okay, that's going to fill me up a bit. Let's get the next level of inventory unlocked, I think. Just to help us do some cool stuff here. There we go. Unlock that. And you know what? Just give me mass blueprints. I queued it up earlier and then never got through with it. Give me 2 stacks of oil mines. Probably going to want that. Crude oil is already being requested at the other place. What the hell was over here? Oh, this is where we had the... What are they called? The towers. We don't need them there anymore. And then we just need a bunch of orbital collectors. Yeah, give me 100 orbital collectors. How much do you stack? You stacked 10? You kidding me? Okay, hold on. Well, we have officially left behind our home system. We are moving at 25% the speed of light, which is kind of insane when you think about it. But here we are. And once we arrive at Mermix, we'll actually be able to scan stars within 4 light years of it, because that's currently been our threshold. We are slowing down quite a bit as we pull into the different regions. We want to be heading to Mermix 1 and 2. What we really care about here is this large gas giant. Very nice. We traveled 4.21 light years from the Sheave to the Mermix system. Whoa, check this gas giant out. This is a big brown boy. Okay, we're gonna want to land. Thank you. And we've landed on a 5th planet. And now we're going to want to throw down our orbital collectors. Where the hell is the equator? Definitely not that way. Gotta go this way. Hey, we've established 5 different interstellar logistics transportation lines between different systems. I don't know if that's true, considering that we've only put down 3 machines, but alright, you go, you do you, King. Let's have a look quickly at our... So, yeah, okay, we're pumping out the hydrogen. The deuterium is painfully slow, 17 per minute, so it'll be, you know, quite a while before we are actually be able to pull any of this into our home system. But I mean, with these gas giants, like I said, it is permanent free resources. Like, they just keep coming in forever and ever. So all you want to do is just you put down your harvesters, you forget, you find another 20 gas giants to do the same thing to, and by the end of it, you just have like a constant flow of all the resources you want. Oh wow, look at that. Our first logistic vessels are actually arriving at the ones we placed down early on. I've now made a full circuit of the planet. We've managed to wrap the entire thing. And that is really, really vindicating, actually. That's so good to see. Oh, nice. Oh, hold on. This one should actually move. This we can fit 2 more in if we move this. Oh no, all the hydrogen. Oh, and it's gone. Yep, that just fell into the goop. That's gone forever. I do like that it doesn't just fall on the surface. That's a nice little touch. Oh, hold on. And this thing's in the wrong place, too. Oh, it's all broken. It's all broken. Okay, give me the dang orbital collector. Try that one more time. It's under transportation. There we go. 1, 2. Also, this planet was a lot bigger. I think we used 40. Not the 39 I was planning on. Oh, hold on. Did I... Oh no, just these 2 are offset. Okay, cool. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I set it up properly. But there we go. How close are we to a collection? Pretty close on the hydrogen, but I think we're just going to have to delete it. It is what it is. Put that there. Put that there. And that way we can actually fit more. We can fit another tower, which over time will be worth a lot more to us. Okay, cool. Nice even number. Alright, so how quickly is this? So 420 per minute. That's really good. That's for every like 3 minutes we're going to have a full load of hydrogen. Okay, so we're kind of sorted for hydrogen. And 17 per minute on the deuterium. That's not as good, but it's not bad either. Not bad at all. We might actually be able to see... Yeah, there we go. There's a few of our craft coming in. So if we zoom all the way out, we can see a straight line from Sheev to Mermix and back. Well, that pretty much solves our hydrogen/deuterium woes, so that's pretty cool. We are definitely fractionating enough. All of this is going to get turned into the good stuff. Oh man, that's so cool. Alright, so which planet? This planet has fire ice and 1,000,000 copper. Am I going to say no to 1,000,000 copper? I'm right here. We could also do kimberlite ore. Yeah, then we could save the Tater system for next time. Maybe that's the smart move. Maybe that's the smart move. Let's go around. Let's try and I think we'd be foolish not to exploit the system right next to us for everything it's got. Thank you, Beaver. Very cool. Man, just look at the scale of this game. It's just insane. I hope you guys can start to sort of appreciate the size of things now as we move forward. That is straight up a whole new world. Wow. Oh, and there comes another one. Alright, this is currently named Mermix 2. That's not going to cut it. Let's find you a more appropriate name. How does Knee Cruncher sound to you? Bud, your name is now Knee Cruncher. There we go. Alright, good old Knee Cruncher. Gonna provide us with a lot of stone, not much of anything else. Alright, let's go ahead and set up a quick import-export hub. I think we'll just use the same pole for everything here. We're probably not going to use this planet for much else. It's very small, and therefore kind of pointless. I mean, not pointless. Sorry, Knee Cruncher. You're not pointless at all, man. I just meant to... What I was saying was, what you don't understand is that, yes, Okay, so one of these is going to have to bring in power. One of these is going to be exporting. Probably two of them are going to export stuff, I think. You know what, let's go ahead and plan up a planetary hub. This is going to be something that happens every time. So these are going to be fully stacked as a standard, right? Got to fully stack. And then this way we can just, any planet we go to, we just level it off with some foundation if we need to, and we just stack down one of these. And we've got everything we need right away. That seems sensible to me. Okay, then what else would we need to have a planetary hub? We definitely want this. We'd want some power poles moving between things. Keep everybody powered. We'd want, what else would we want? We'd need power production of some kind, for sure. Okay, we'd also need to move warpers, for sure, between the different routes. That would run to there. And then this would be a central line straight into there. Some warpers. Same for this one. That would be a bunch of warpers. And into this one. Do a bunch of warpers. Oh, I didn't set that up properly. This would be warpers. Okay. Also a good start. Then we would want power production. I think one of these would just have to do... just have to have a few of these coming out the side of it. Just enough to keep us going, right? Maybe something like this. Yeah, we could do something just like that. And then this one could output from there. Could be its primary output. And we'd say, for example, you would need to be requesting warpers. We'd probably want 1,000. We'll say it'll be a local supply and a remote demand. There comes 1,000. Fantastic. That should be here shortly. Then you would be requesting deuterium, put it at the bottom, so it's just like always in the same place, right? And I think 1,000 also works. Remote demand, local supply. And there comes 1,000. Alright, cool. Then we'd want to set this up as such, so that when the power arrives, it arrives. 1,000 might even be too much. I'm going with 1,000 because that's the maximum that our ships can carry without going into infinite research. I believe? Yeah, there we go. That'll give us 1,000. Okay, cool. Oh, whoa, you can increase the storage caps? That's cool. That's also new. Oh, that's awesome. You're up to 14,000. Damn, bro. That's pretty good. Alright, here come our warpers. Our warpers have arrived. That ship should then be zooting itself back, and you'll see them go boom, pew, pew. There you go. Shooting back towards Sheev. Very nice. There's a couple more sinking in there. I guess they're grabbing from the gas giant? Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. Alright, cool. So our hydrogen woes have ended. That is a good start. Alright, where's my power one coming in? Let's see. Probably en route now. It'll be one of these. One of those, maybe. That'll be one of these, I reckon. Come on. Land, damn you. Land! Is it you? I think it's you. It's you. Okay, there comes our power. Oh no, damn it, it was just bringing more warpers. That's not what I needed. Oh, okay, it has come out. Oh, it did arrive, it did arrive. We just need to set the... Oh, damn, they're so fast, man. Traveling 4 light years in like 6 seconds. There we go. Ah, and it will need a starter of some kind. So I guess we can give it some wind turbines. Build wind turbines on a planet with no atmosphere. Okay, thanks for the... Thanks for the... Well, you know what? We'll stamp it down. It'll just be part of the basic blueprint. And then we'll also put some solar down. And that can just be kind of the... Just because you need to get, you need to get it started, right? Or if it bottoms out, you want it to be able to continue. And I'll just keep doing these all the way around. Doesn't look like we'll actually be able to do it like completely symmetrically, but that's okay. Interestingly enough, we're in polar night right now, which means that these solar panels are never going to work. This is kind of cursed. So I think we're just going to have to do it. I mean, I don't know why I wasn't just doing this to begin with, to be honest. We're just going to pick some of this up. Give me a bunch of these, and we'll just feed one in manually, and that will give us the juice we need to continue. Also, let's just feed ourselves manually as well, maybe? Maybe that's a good idea. Do we have any more? No, we don't. We do have a bunch of hydrogen we want to export, though, at some point. Alright, would this work for a basic hub? I think it would. I think it would. Is there anything else we would want to bring in every time? Like, what are guaranteed gimmies on each planet? Nothing else, I don't think, except maybe foundation. No, I think I'd rather keep it blank and then just be able to stamp it down. So yeah, let's just make sure we've got power, which is on this machine. Give me... Hold on. Yeah, this thing's gonna need some help. I can already tell. Give me... There. There. Okay, there we go. That should... Just priming 3 of them should give us the juice to keep the rest of them going. Oh, and I didn't... Oops. I didn't put the damn inserters on this side. Good thing we didn't blueprint that. That would have been a disaster. What is the problem? You don't want to line up. Of course you don't. Why would you ever? Okay, that looks good. Does that look good? That looks good. That looks good. Okay. I think this is good enough as a starter. For a little tryout, Maybe we want another row of these? I'm thinking maybe we want another row of these. Now that I'm looking at it. Now that I'm looking at it and I'm seeing things. Thinking maybe we want that. Maybe we want some of this. Right over there. Okay, there we go. That should be enough juice. Yeah, there we go. That's like 50% satisfaction. That keeps the towers charged. That's looking good. Alright, so we need to grab our blueprint. Oh, it gets really weird when you get to the middle of the world. That looks good. Okay, and we're going to call this... do we have like a planet hub? There we go. We'll call it this one. We'll call this one Planetary Hub. Hub. There we go. Paste that there. Save the blueprint. Did it save? It saved. Okay, cool. So we got a planetary hub. That looks pretty schmexy. You can't really include foundation, I don't think, in these things. No. Okay, cool. So we'll have to just lay down foundation every time we want to use it. But that works just fine. Alright, nice. And it's going to bring in more deuterium as is needed. It's looking very, very good. Alright, well, I'm going to now go and stamp down some miners so that we can chump up some of these resources. I think I'm just going to do the copper and maybe a couple of the stones. Yeah, I think that's the way we're going to do this for today. We can come back at a later stage and get the rest of it once we've got the better miners on built. We have them unlocked, we just need to build them now. There we go. We have one more planet on the network, fully mined up. Well, actually, no, that's not true. It's not fully mined up. All the copper has been mined up, a little bit of the stone, and even some of the iron. And, well, I would be lying to you if I said I hadn't been busy, because over, not Achieve, where is it? There's Beaver, this is Knee Cruncher. We need Mermix 3. Actually, Mermix 3 needs to have a name as well. I'm actually wondering if it's maybe unfair of me to be naming some of these other planets, like these little mini ones, after channel members and stuff, because, like, we're never gonna come back here. So to Frickin' Friendly Beaver and Knee Cruncher, if you feel slighted by having forgettable planets named after you, let me know. But I'll happily move you to some stars. There's plenty of stars in the system that we can name. I was just sort of naming things as we went along, so that I don't want to like name a star and then we never go there, you know. We will probably end up checking out most of these star systems though, especially as it becomes easier and easier to distribute resources from them. As you can see, we've got quite a lot coming off of Mermix 3 over here. Mermix the Third. Mermix 3 is an interesting planet because it has one of the mid-game rare resources, or even late-game rare resources, I suppose, considering how long it's taken us to get here. We have Kimberlite. The stuff over here, a ton of it is being put onto the network. It is being, you know, shipped off to these platforms to be to be exported. But the issue is that we haven't got anything importing it. That's on my bad. I did actually set up I went back to the home system. I went back to Sheev. I set up a refinery for Kimberlite ore so that it would call it, but I forgot to set it up on one of the towers. So that's on me. We're going to head back to Sheev very briefly, and then we're going to head over to Tater. But there we go. So that's an entire solar system sort of just put on the network, as it were. Not quite all of the resources, but all the resources I care about right now. Because, like, we've got millions of titanium and, you know, everything else. It's really the copper we care about. Okay, let's go into Warp. And so we're going to be heading over to Tater fairly soon. And Tater 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are going to have 50 million copper for us between them. Probably won't need to tap all of it, but it's certainly good to get some of it. Okay, let's play my new favorite game, which is Can I Hit Ananas while in Warp without having to get out of it? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Yes! First try, look at that. Now I do actually want to fly around until we get to the science side. How are we doing for power? Oh, we're fine. So we get to the science side. Oh, I also need to show you a couple things. I have extended the frame. What are these things are called? Hold on. I know words. Plane filters. I extended the plane filters twice. I doubled it up so it wraps around the entire planet because it was so slow. It takes 12 seconds to make just one of the damn things. What we're really hurting for right now is Casimir crystals. I did put down another build for Casimir crystals, as well as another build for CPU cores. Like, I think there's 3 plane filter builds now. It's kind of insane. There's another quantum chip build over here, which requires, of course, plane filters. All of our quantum chips are currently being turned into a mixture of science and into rockets. Actually, quite a few plane filters there. We're also bottoming out on processors. No surprise there, I suppose. That's always the case. We have a look at our processes. Yeah, you'll see it's copper. Copper continues to be the problem. So we need to go ahead and make sure that we are actually consuming the copper we can, that we are mining up anyway on the other side. But that's on a different planet. I came here for one purpose only, and that was to show you this, and also to grab some more warp cores because we're a little shy on them. Where is the tower? There it is. This is the one. Give me like. Can I have like 25? Sure, I'll just keep a stack with me. Alright, because I've already used up a few. I think it's good to just keep a few of those on us. That's probably wise. Anything else we need here? No. No, not right now. Let's go set up the Kimberlite to be grabbed, though. And you know what we can do? Let's go ahead and set up a process on this one. Maybe we'll build it right over here, which is going to turn these grating crystals, whatever they're called, into Casimir crystals. These ones, the optical grating crystal. 8 to 12. So it just replaces the organic crystal. I don't really know if that's worth it. Organic crystal's not that hard to make. Is that what, watch me click on the thing and now that's going to be what we're bottoming out on. Where is my Casimir crystal build? Gotta find it. That's plane filter, glass. Did I build more Casimir crystals? Maybe? Maybe not? I don't know. Well, there's one there. Okay, we got enough titanium crystal. It's coming in. It's coming in. As is the hydrogen. We're keeping up. Oh, we are out of organic crystals. That's what we're going to Tater for, is to pick up those specifically, so that'll be fine. Huh. Could have sworn I had a Casimir crystal build laid out here somewhere. Oh, there it is, right there. And yes, okay, so we are bottoming out on titanium crystal. Okay, so we do need to get more of those. But although when we get the organic crystals, yeah, no, I'm not gonna use my, because I'll show you this. Our optical grading crystals are pretty rare. We don't have a lot of them. Even on this entire system, we've only got 700,000. So, nah. No. I think never mind. I've changed my mind. We're not going to be doing it that way. Instead, we are going to. Oh, I should actually continue researching here. We have a bit of space. So what do we want to get? Integrated logistics. No, let's get veins utilization. Let's improve that. I'm going to get everything up until space science, pretty much. Vertical construction, solar ray efficiency, more solar sail lifespan, rather. Anything here? No. Anything here? There we go. We can look at the veins in all planetary systems. Gross. Kind of gross. We could get a research speed buff. Sure. Why not? It's going to use a ton of CPU cores, which we don't have, but whatever. And then we should probably get the cargo stacking. I can't believe we still haven't done this. It just makes Mark III cargo cargo. What are they called? Mark III sorters can move stuff much more efficiently. And then we should probably start looking into the rest of this stuff. The universe matrix, everything else. How do we make universe matrix? It's just one of everything plus some antimatter. And antimatter we make here. That takes excited photons and turns them into antimatter and hydrogen. Interesting. So we can make hydrogen out of light. There you go. The kimberlite ore is now pouring in. Fantastic. And it should be heading off to this tower, I think. Right over here. Yep. And that should be smelting it right up. So what's the holdup here, Haas? Oh, the holdup here, Haas, is that I'm a doofus, and I never actually designated the outputs. Well, good thing we're here in time. But this is just a much more efficient way for us to produce diamonds. Kimberlite ore takes 1.5 seconds to smelt, which is why we're using our magnet build, and it provides you with two delicious diamonds at the end of it. It's pretty cool. We might actually need to upgrade the central belt. I think we are going to have to, just because of the sheer speed of things here. There we go. Look at them pour in, and they're fully proliferated. Speaking of proliferation, I'll be able to say it first try one day. One day. Probably not today. But proliferation is becoming increasingly difficult. We just don't have enough coal. That is the real pain at the moment. There's nothing I can really do about that. We are completely out of coal in this system. I'm mining up all the coal I can in the Mermix system, but we are going to have to mine up some coal from Tristan, I think. That's the only way we're going to get around it. Tater. Sorry, from the Tater system. Yeah, I think I'm going to be naming star systems after people from now on. Until we have planets that like do something, like a factory planet or something, I'm not going to name it after anybody because it's a bit unfair. Anyway, our Dyson sphere looks like it's complete. And you guys see what it tells you to do, right? Like you can read, and all that. Can you read? I'm assuming. I hope. Because if you could, you'll know that it says to subscribe. That's right. You better subscribe to the Largely Unemployed channel. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here today. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will be going to the Tater system tomorrow. I have decided I need to take a break, do some editing, and drink some water, because my god, I'm thirsty. Look at that. That's cool. I am going to put together another set of bands to go around this thing so that we can make use of all of the resources that we are piling into it. But this is pretty good to have regardless. There we go. 6% more everything is very nice to have. Alright, guys. I will see you all in the next one. And remember, subscribe. And of course, a huge thank you to the channel members and patrons for this month: Kelly Ananas, Call Me Bo82, Old Man Tater, Frickin' Friendly Beaver, Knee Cruncher, Riley David, Rivo, Charlie Weber, Mermix, Officer C4, Not K Arthur, Adachi Fanboy, Couch Potato, LCG Canyon Sahar, Jack Smallman, Cut Beef Go Ham, I'm Alpha, you're damn right I am, The Senate, and Richard Berry. Thank you guys so much for the support. You are all amazing.